Hey guys, how you doing? It is your girl Abia Grant. Welcome to Chapters and Conversations. I hope you guys are doing well and having a blessed day. So guys, I do want to let you know this clip that I'm recording is on Monday. It's actually a future date. The reason why is because I forgot to record the intro on Saturday. Saturday I had did some self-care. Sunday I was finishing the book by Daniel Allen, Big Girl Blitz, and your girl just forgot to record an intro. So I actually wanted to do an official intro to the video. And yeah, I like I said, I'm sorry for that. I'm a little bit new to this and everything. I'm used to just jumping right into the video and stuff and not necessarily recording the intro. But I will get better at it. But I hope that you guys do enjoy the clips that's coming up from the past. So let's go to past Abia. Hey guys, how you doing? Happy and blessed Saturday. Just dropped my headphones on the floor. So, hello, how you doing? Happy and blessed Saturday. I hope everybody is doing well. I am chilling here on my little lounge area and everything like that. I figured I want to get some reading in. I started this book here, One and Only, last week, but I haven't picked it up because I've been actually reading other books, guys. I When I tell you I have not stuck to my TBR that I showed you guys in, I think, video number one, I have not stuck to that TBR, but we're trying to get back to it. We're trying to get back to it. So I said, you know what? Let me go ahead and pick up this book. I'm gonna set my alarm for about a half an hour. If I could find my phone, here it goes. It's right here, and I'm gonna read for a half an hour. I'm also going to be putting on this sheet mask that I got from the dollar store. This has been sitting in my refrigerator for a minute. I hope it's still good. I don't like that it's half a mask, but it is what it is. I did a cleansing sugar scrub on my face this morning, so I figured, you know what? Let me go ahead and put a sheet mask on and see what it do. So let's try to get this thing open. I need to buy some more, but I haven't seen any there lately, so I may need to get some from the from Walmart. Trying to not rip it open or rip it. I know it's going to be cold. All right. Let's see if we could get this on the first try. Okay. Whew. It's cold. Okay. I think we're doing good, right? It feels good though. Like sometimes I have to be careful with this sheet mask because things that have like vitamin C in it or something like that normally irritates my skin. So I also have to be conscious, but I don't think those ingredients are in here. It feels actually pretty good. I'm rubbing it on the bottom of my face. All right, so let me go ahead and set my alarm for a half an hour. Let's prop the pillow up here. Actually, let's do it this way and get some reading in. I've been enjoying this book. It's following Cassia is her name, and then the main male person is Ellis, and it's basically a story where she's an older woman. I told you about the book in the first video, but just in case you didn't see the first video, she's an older woman in her about to be, I believe, 40, and her family is in the business of, I guess, kind of like magical realism, and they're able to basically know the names of the people in which a person is supposed to be with. So, say for instance, I have a basically somebody that is fated towards me, and they're able to see the first name and last name of the person. But in the story, what we see is that her person was found, well, not found, the name was found. However, she can't locate the person. So she's in her 40s. She doesn't know exactly, when she's going to find this person. She's done like research, looked online, did all the things, but she's having a hard time tracking down the individual. So far, so good. Let me go ahead and set my alarm like I had mentioned before. I'm going to do 30 minutes and see how far we could get done in the book. All right, so right now we're up to page 70. I actually stopped in the middle of a chapter, I think. Maybe I stopped at chapter 9. We're going to read a little bit of chapter 8, like the ending of chapter 8, and then we'll move on to chapter 9. Oh, guys, did I show you my bookmark that I got last week from this market by me? Isn't that so cute? It's my name. Can you see it? Hopefully you can see it. It's not too bright. I mean, there you go. That's a little better. It's my name. And then it has like a little jewel on here. And it says, I love books. And it has like the pearl. Yeah. All right. Let me get to reading. All right, guys. So I finished, got up to chapter number 12 in the book, or at chapter 12, about to start that. Or at least that will be the next chapter we are going to start. I hope that makes sense. It's going good so far. The what's the saying? The cat has not dropped out of the hat, but the shoe has fallen. We're not up to that part right now. But I'm about to go ahead and fix something to eat, and I think I may do a little reading tomorrow. Not 100% sure, but if I do get to any type of reading, I will come back and show you guys. All right. Talk to you later. Hey guys, how you doing? Happy and blessed Sunday. I hope you guys are doing well and having a beautiful and gorgeous Sunday. As you can see, I'm back in the same spot as I was yesterday, and we're going to be doing some reading today. I'm going to be doing some reading today. I hope you guys can see me. I don't have the lights on or anything like that. And it's gloomy outside, so hopefully this is not too bad. But I need to finish a book, okay? And the book that I need to finish is Big Girl Blitz, okay? I didn't mention this to the vlog or to the video last week or to you guys last week, is that I decided to read that book because I love the series Curve, and I love Danielle Allen is her name, the author. And I was like, when the book had came out, I believe on Tuesday, I was like, okay, I need to finish this book. Like, I need to get this book and I need to finish this book right now. So, right now, I am at 62%. I'm on page number 283. Now, the book has 464 pages, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Just checking my Goodreads right now. Yeah, 464 pages. So we are doing okay, a little bit decently. I was gonna say okay, but we're doing a little bit decently. But I'm trying to wrap this book up today because I still have this book that I'm trying to finish, One and Only. I haven't picked up or started to read the Book of Uno that I had mentioned in the last vlog. I did finish The Build Up by Tati Richardson. Is that the name of it? What's it called? Yeah, The Build Up. So yeah, I need to. I posted a review, but I need to talk to you guys about it. So this book, I gave it a 4 point. Let me check. I think I gave it like a 4.5 or maybe a little bit less than that. I'm pulling up my Goodreads so I can see my review. Yeah, I gave it 4 stars. Okay. I gave it 4 stars, and pretty much what 4 stars means to me is that the book is decent. Like, I actually have like my ratings here on my Goodreads. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I actually say, okay, what is my expectation for the books? So basically, the book was nearly perfect and a solid read. So that's where, I give books between 4 and 4.9, as if they fall in between there. So this book was really cool. It followed, what was the characters' names? I always remember the story, but I never remember the characters' names. So it follows Porter PJ. I remember his name, and then Ari. So I think I mentioned this. Well, I know I mentioned this in the last vlog, that both of them are in the field of architecture, like building buildings and so forth, what have you. And what we see basically is Ari is going through the being in a position or having a position and working in a job where she is not acknowledged for her work. Okay. On top of that, she was dealing with a guy who wasn't the nicest person. So we see that she has moved from, I'm not sure what state she was in, but she moves to another state, and now she's in a different, architecture firm. In comes PJ. PJ is basically, like, I don't want to give it away too much, but they're working together, they're working on a stadium, and he starts to really enjoy her company. Okay. However, Ari is very apprehensive of getting to know PJ because of the past history that she has gone through before. So basically, we see kind of them where they now are, have these feelings and these emotions, and they're trying to navigate, those feelings and emotions. And pretty much that is the premise of the book. Now, this book did not do or mention any magical realism like the other Tati Richardson book that I had read. Sorry, pause. And that was Losing Sight. And what was the other one? Losing Sight and, whew, gosh, you be forgetting the name of these books. And it's the one with Jackie, Struck Speechless. Okay. There's no magical realism in that particular book. However, there is like similarities as far as like her writing and so forth. So I did enjoy that. But pretty much that was the premise of the book and everything. Good read, definitely. I would say if you're looking for a nice romance, you're looking for some spice, you're looking for some comedies, like a rom-com type of book, then this is the perfect book for you. But getting back into Big Girl Blitz. Now, I do plan to do a whole separate video on this book. That video is likely going to be containing spoilers, so I won't go deep dive in this video about it. But at this point, I give this book 5 stars. 5 stars. And I'm only at 62%. So I still got 40% more, a little less than 40% more to go in the book. So I am enjoying just the story. I am enjoying the characters. My favorite character is her aunt, Aunt Addie or Addison. And we basically see her just give so many nuggets of information, as a woman of a certain age and going through life experiences. And you could see that she is wanting to, what's the word? I want to say impar, is that the right word? Basically, she wants to spread the information. She wants to give her niece the knowledge in order to, for her niece to make better decisions, and we just see it's just so many life lessons in this story. And I'm loving the comedy in this book. There's some laughable moments, there's some serious moments. I would say, like, if you have dealt with a person, as far as like death or possibility of death, then this book would not, be ideal for you. However, it's just so many nuggets of information. And I'm loving the FMC and MMC. It's just a really, really good book. And I say FMC and MMC because guess what? I forgot the girl's name. I think her name is, what is her name? Whoo, girl, Jasmine. Jasmine, and his name is Lamar. Yeah, there we go. We see them navigate their interaction. Lamar is a football player or in the sport of football, and we see like him just really, I can say, admire, Jazz. He calls her Jazz for short. And, their connection is just so cute. Obviously, there has to be a connection for a romance book or what have you. I don't think that's something that I'm spoiling for you guys. But when I do an actual sit down video and I'm gonna be like more detailed and explaining, and showing you guys, or least what my thought process is at this point, is getting more detail in my thoughts regarding this book and everything. But like I said, that is going to contain spoilers, so if you haven't already read the book, then I suggest for you guys to read it prior to. But when I do record that video, I will let you guys know that it contains spoilers. But let me go ahead and get started with this book. I'm just excited to finish this, and we're going to listen to probably some music on my phone or what have you. Music just tends to help me, how can you say, pay more attention, I guess you can say. And then hopefully we finish it today, and then I'll come back later and let you guys know my feelings after I have finished the book. Light on the water, wind rising, when he was asleep. Peace. All right, guys. Hi, how you doing? I hope everybody is doing well. I just got home. I am exhausted. Work was working me today, but we got everything done. I wanted to come on and basically let you guys know that I've almost finished One and Only. I have 58 pages left, and my plan is to finish this book tonight because I need to know how this is going to end. But guys, when I tell you that this book is frustrating the heck out of me, I am so disappointed in Cassia. I'm so disappointed in this in her. She is so indecisive, and it's just frustrating the heck out of me in this book. And I mean, it's so freaking frustrating. And I'm gonna put it here as far as like where you could jump to if you don't want to know anything about this book, because I'm about to give a couple of spoilers right now. Basically, she is trying to decide whether she wants to be with her fated person, who's an older man. I think he's in his maybe early 40s. She just turned 40. Or if she wants to be with the 28-year-old, right? The fated person that she's supposed to be with and everything, and the 20-something-year-old know each other. The 40-year-old is a 20-something-year-old's boss. And it's messy. It's a messy situation. I get it. But the problem that I have is that, first thing, you tell the 20-something-year-old that you can't date him anymore because he's too young. He's not your, destined to be person. You start dating the 40-something-year-old. However, you're thinking about the 20-something-year-old, right? You are even to the point of they're having relations. The 40-something-year-old and Cassia is having relations, and you're thinking about the 20-something-year-old. Like, that's a problem for me. And then she's like, oh, I need to, like, stop thinking about him. I need to put that situation in the back burner. I mean, do not get me wrong. She was honest with both of them. She let them know she broke up with a 20 something year old. She, was very honest with them. However, in your mind, something is not adding up. Like, I am thinking about this guy, and you're just thinking about him all the time. And it's kind of like she's feeling like pressure, and what we see in the book is pressure from her family that she has to be with this person that she is destined to be with. But then you find you don't have the discussions. You find out that you want to have kids, but you never actually have the discussion with your partner, the 40-something-year-old, or whether he wants to have kids. However, the 20-something-year-old wants to have kids. You know what I'm saying? Make the math. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. And then you're not really having a discussion with your partner, the 40-something-year-old, about how you're feeling. It's like, okay, I don't want to mess this up. But girl, you're already, sorry, I was eating a piece of steak. That's the reason why I'm touching the roof of my mouth. Because I made me a little bowl here, actually. Steak bowl right here, which I am about to eat in a little bit. I also have to fold clothes, which is to the left of me. But you don't really have a conversation with the man that you're supposed to be destined with about your feelings. Make it make sense. And like, yeah, she feels guilty, and I get it. And, I get it. But the part of me is like, you're basically pitting these two men against each other. And I understand that this is an abnormal situation. However, do you think that you are, like, you have to pick the best person? Like, everybody, I'm not trying to make this sound bad. Like, what I'm trying to say is that you are looking for this partner. That means that you are looking for certain qualities. Match with the person that has the qualities that you want. And or don't be with anybody. You see what I'm saying? Don't be with a 20-something-year-old, and don't be with the 40-something-year-old. Because if you can't make a decision, then what are we doing? What are we doing? You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm just very, I am very disappointed. That's the best way to put it. I am so disappointed. And then she finds out, another spoiler, she finds out that her family has been lying to her. I don't know if I mentioned that. And her father was actually fated to her mom, who's passed. But nobody told her in her family that that was the case. They told her that they were not a match. So since you've been 8 years old, because the father is no longer there in the picture, and we found out in the book that it was because, they had children so young, or had her so young, it was just one child, her, that he wasn't ready for it. He wasn't ready to be a father. That's a whole nother story, in the book that we see. But you find this information out, what is going to be your decision? Like, that's where I'm kind of at right now. Like, your father says, okay, well, maybe I guess in a way you should give it a shot, like with the 40-something-year-old, but you don't even really tell your father the whole story. Like, you leave stuff out. You understand what I'm saying? You never told him about the 20-something-year-old. You only told him about who you match with, and he's saying, well, maybe you should give it a shot. But you never tell him that you basically fell in love, because you tell your friend You fell in love with a 20-something-year-old, but you don't tell your dad that. So he doesn't have all the pieces to make a decision on or have an opinion on what is best. Like I said, I'm frustrated and I'm disappointed. And I know I sound so angry, but I just, I don't get it. I don't get it. Like when I'm reading the chapter, I was at work and I got to one of the chapters and I was just so frustrated with her that I was literally like flipping the chapter so like the page so fast. I'm like, girl, like really? Like what are we doing here? Do what you think is best for you. Decide what is best for you. Stop worrying about what other people think is best for you. And if you can't make a decision, again, as I said, leave them both alone until you are in the right mindset to be with somebody, because it seems like you are confused to me. And I don't see the confusion. If it was me, honestly, I will pick the person that I have the most connection with. And that happens to be the 20-something-year-old. That's what I would do. Freak age, and I know that's a thing for people, like age, he's 20, 28, you're 40. Okay. He wants to have children. You have this great connection. You guys keep, crossing paths and so forth. You're thinking about him all the time. So what? I don't understand the difficulty in the decision. I just don't. But I'm about to fold some laundry, eat my food. That's my rundown on how I feel about the book. I mean, I think that right now I'm going to give the book a 3.85. Okay. I feel like that's a solid rating for the book. Now, I did tell you guys I was going to be starting the Book of Uno, but I'm not going to start that book because that book is very sexually, well, I don't even know if you could say that on YouTube. It's very explicit, first page in. And yeah, I just not in that mood right now. But I am going to start this book called Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. It's by author Monique Fisher. It's the first time I'm actually reading anything from her. Basically, this deals with magical realism. Again, I know, guys. I'm in this magical realism space. It's about basically a group of friends who come across a psychic who basically the psychic is able to predict, like, I guess when they're going to get married or something like that, or who they're going to be with. So I think I want to read that. It's a little bit, I feel, lighter. And I'm also liking that this story is different people. Like, we're going to be having different characters in a book instead of just like, one guy, one girl. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm also started a new audio book, and I'm going to listen to that while I fold my clothes because we need to get our reading in. I was on like an audio slump, but I'm doing a little bit better now. But I am listening to A Girl Like Me by Tay Monet. I've listened to or read her books before, and I really do enjoy her as an author. Basically, the book is about a young girl who her mother is an alcoholic, and she pretty much feels like she's destined to not be in a good relationship. Every guy that she crosses paths with has treated her dirty, and she winds up meeting her best friend's, how can I say this? I'm trying to get it trying to get it right. Her best friend's partner's brother. They work in the same hospital. And it seems like it says in the book, well, the synopsis, that he's the type of person who is a fixer. He is kind of like an empath, is it that? And he connects with people and their energies and so forth. And he always wants to be the person to fix the situation. And we're basically, reading about their story or listening to their story. So far, it's so good. Or so far, it is good. I can't say so good because I'm only maybe less than an hour in right now. Yeah, I'm only an hour and 36 minutes in. I still have 8 hours to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and start folding this laundry, and that's my rant for today. I don't know if that is gonna be the end of this video. If I do come back later on, then it's not the end. If not, I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey guys, how you doing? So it is the next day, and I wanted to come on and let you guys know I have finally finished One and Only. And pretty much how I felt yesterday when I came on here and I did my ranting about this book is the same way I feel today. The story has ended. The ending is what I expected. I'm not going to give any spoilers or anything like that, but it is exactly how I expected to end. And I just don't have any viewpoint on how it ended. One thing I did forget to mention yesterday is that this book does get very detailed and very creative. Well, detailed, creative, and she likes to be a little bit wordy when she's explaining things in the book. So if that is something that you do enjoy in a book, then this one is going to be perfect for you. Now, would I read anything else by Maureen Go? Believe it's Goo. At this time, no. The answer would be no. Yeah. But I did like it. Like, I did enjoy the book, but I just don't really see myself necessarily reading anything of hers at this time. But that may change later down, the road, and something may pique our interest. I did look at her catalog to see what she has, and nothing really, stuck out to me or anything like that. So that is pretty much my take on that. What else have we read? I've been reading my Kindle. I have my Kindle here, so I've been reading that. I also finished Big Girl Blitz. I forgot to mention that. I think I may have mentioned it earlier in the video, but I'll mention it now. I finished Big Girl Blitz. Enjoy that book. My review is on Goodreads, and my review for One and Only is on Goodreads as well too. So if you want to check that out, you can go ahead and do that. I will be doing a more thorough video of Big Girl Blitz, because I already mentioned I was going to be doing that, and that was a 5-star read for me, so I definitely want to do a video on that book. Outside of that, that's it. That's pretty much it. So stay blessed out there in the streets. Make sure you treat others kindly. God willing, I will see you guys in the next video coming up. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.